What does the Democrat Party stand for? Socialism? Infanticide? Where does it stand when a man is accused of sexual harassment, or in this case, sexual assault, even rape? You realize the lieutenant governor of Virginia is accused of rape. That's what this is. What does the Democrat Party stand for? They claim to stand for women's rights. Killing a baby is not a woman's right, and I wouldn't think women think it's a right either. I think they're being used. This is the party that holds up Ted Kennedy, who abused women left and right. Chappaquiddick, they covered up. That's the party. This is a party that doesn't believe in due process and presumption of innocence, unless, of course, you're a Democrat. 2 rules, depending on whether you agree with them or not. This is the tyrannical mindset that I talk about. This is a party where 76% of the American people like the president's speech. 90% of them don't. And by party, I mean the full party. Academia, the media, the out-of-the-closet politicians and so forth who are actually full-throated leftists. Is anybody calling for Justin Fairfax's resignation, the lieutenant governor of Virginia? I don't see groundswell for that. Do you, Mr. Producer? What if he were a Republican and his name were Brett Kavanaugh? Let me ask you this. Could Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax be confirmed by a Democrat Senate? Well, all those clowns who are on the Senate Judiciary Committee for the Supreme Court? I would think the answer is yes. Yes. To me, the allegations against him are the most serious. Not because it's race versus sex. It's because it was only 15 years ago, and what he's accused of is a crime. They really need to get to the bottom of it. I don't know the answer. If you're wondering where I come down, I have no idea. She's far more credible than Ford ever was. Far more credible than Ford ever was. And Fairfax is far less credible than Kavanaugh ever was. And the Washington Post has lost all credibility. It endorsed all 3 of these candidates without any serious vetting. And in the case of the accuser against Fairfax, they demanded corroboration. Did they demand that with Kavanaugh? No. They did not. Did the New York Times demand it? Well, do they demand it today? Yeah, we have a partisan media, a left-wing media. This is not new to you, but it does affect outcomes. It does affect our politics. It does affect our policies. And it's a problem. There's a lot of stuff on the internet I don't like. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff in books I don't like. There's a lot of stuff in movies I don't like. The problem is not the internet. The problem is the old media and their platforms. It's them. At least on the internet. Well, you know, there's Twitter and there's Facebook and they control. There's an awful lot going on in the internet on all sides, against all sides. There's your freedom of speech. Like it or not, and I don't like a lot of it. You don't really have freedom of speech with the old media. You have one-way speech. You have propaganda. That's the problem. All right, folks, I shall return.